It's no secret that the majority of corporations are profit-driven. However, how these corporations conduct their decisions ethically is what sets them apart. The agricultural biotechnology corporation Monsanto is one of those companies that has been known to put profits ahead of morals. No stranger to the courtroom or controversy, Monsanto has been exploiting farmers on a global basis. Arguably, Monsanto is the most debated topic is the creation of modified farm crops known as genetically modified organisms, or GMO for short. Regardless, they've begun to reshape the agriculture industry for better or for worse.
Monsanto has been financially stable for decades and is continuously expanding and growing their numbers rapidly. For example, their success is shown in their net revenue figure from 2010 to 2011. Revenue for Monsanto has increased 13%, and this trend is expected to continue. The global population is supposed to expand by 40% within the next few decades, making agriculture even more important. The market already is consuming millions of crops yearly and is going to continue to grow. For example, the company states, "Many experts agree that we will need to grow as much food in the next 50 years as we did in the past 10,000 years combined if we are trying to sustain our planet." It's a team of investigators that are keeping close eyes on their clients to make sure that they prevent the farmers from violating the patent agreements. Also, making sure that the farmers stay loyal to the company. The Monsanto company has had 145 lawsuits since 1997, with only 9 cases going through full trial.
Monsanto's public image is generally less positive than its financial returns would suggest. It's difficult to find a published source that examines them in a positive light. Recently, Monsanto has had to fight a legal battle in France over the ability to sell their corn because it was found to cause cancer in lab rats. However, that study was refuted. What Monsanto is most infamous for is the GMO cases. They were first come to be able to patent an organism. The 2 major cases that Monsanto started, Monsanto versus Schmeiser and Monsanto versus Parr, have come under fire for ethical concerns. Schmeiser's case states that he never actually used Monsanto seeds. They simply blew onto his farm. Where Parr's problem is that he was caught cleaning seeds for Monsanto without Monsanto's permission.
Although Monsanto's is successful in many quantifiable ways, they had a bad reputation due to a failure in the organization's behavior. Despite being a global competitor, Monsanto's has enticed many small farmers in poor countries into buying expensive products year in and year out. This has led to an inescapable amount of debt, sparking a suicide epidemic.
The most important part for Monsanto to be addressed is better quality of food safety, security issues, and traditional farming practices rather than the higher return for the investors.
The new regulation is needed before an artificial hormone crisis expands even more.
It's a really ingenious device designed back in the 1800s, and Monsanto's going to close all of them out. So how cleaners are out there in the country, you think?
In the state of Indiana, there may be 6, maybe. I'm not aware
How many
of.
there used to be?
Oh my golly, every county had 3. They've all been put out of business. There's nobody left.
When Monsanto soybeans first came on the market, I just really never switched over. I was getting pretty good yields with the conventional soybeans I've been using, so I thought, well, I'll just stay where I'm at.
My neighbors all around me are all GMOs. The pollen blows in, if the seed moves in, I am still held accountable.
When you genetically modify a crop, you own it. We've never had this in agriculture.
It used to be that your land-grant universities, they developed what was called public seed. The vast majority of the plant breeding was actually done in these public institutions.
Monsanto is very much like Microsoft. The same way Microsoft owns the intellectual property behind most computers in America, they set out to own the intellectual property behind most of the food in America.